Thousands of lemmings are on the loose, marching towards extinction unless you can save them. Without minds of their own, they are completely helpless, faithfully following their leader through 125 levels of blazing fires, endless canyons, deadly tunnels, and ancient ruins. You or you and a friend can command the lemmings to dig, climb, tunnel, float, and build their way to safety. But you have to move fast, because each moment you hesitate, more lemmings may drop from above. And of course, this is Lemmings. Brought to us on the Super Nintendo by Sunsoft, and released in March of 1992. Of course, it's part of the Lemmings franchise. Of course, there's a billion other versions, like the 3DO, the Amiga, the Commodore 64. Where'd the rest of them go? DOS and Classic OS, the Atari ST and ZX Spectrum, the Genesis and the Game Gear, the Amstrad CPC and Master System, the NES, the Lynx, the Game Boy, Philips CDI, and the Amiga CD32, and there's just a billion of them. And look, what can we tell you about Lemmings that you probably don't already know by now? I think the back of the box was changed a little bit for the Super Nintendo because what I thought the goal wasn't to save the lemmings, but to get the lemmings to the point where they could, like officially kill themselves. I don't know. Does lemmings have a plot? Maybe. Anyway, it's kind of like an action puzzle game where you have to get your lemmings from point A to point B and not let them die along the way so they can die later, I guess. They can do various different things, like dodging, blocking, tunneling, building, things like that, floating, I guess. Of course, it's a very, very popular game, a very popular series. It's had 1.5 billion spin-offs. It's had so many different ports and so many everything. There's not actually a lot of information about the Super Nintendo one other than game rankings, giving it an 83% out of 100. Of course, because you wouldn't do it out of like 94%, because that would be weird. We have some interesting comments made on some of the other versions, like the CDI version. It has nothing other than FMV to set it apart from any of the other ports that had been out for 4 or 5 years already. Somebody else said the 3DO version isn't necessarily great, but if you've never played it before, if you've never played Lemmings before, play that one, because it's probably one of the better ones. It's kind of weird. Again, there's a Christmas version. There's, oh no, more Lemmings. Lemmings 2, The Tribes, All New World of Lemmings, 3D Lemmings, Lemmings Revolution. By mid-1995, all of the Lemmings universe had accumulated like 4 million sales worldwide. Not dollars, units. We had Lemmings Paintball, The Adventures of Lomax, all of these things. Of course, the number of clones. Lemmings is just Lemmings, and it's a great game, and the Super Nintendo port appears to be just as good as any other to me.